Hello, marvelous people. Welcome to video number 2 on this YouTube channel. So let's get into it.
I wake from my slumber. I wish I could call you up. Miss how you put your love on me.
For today's video, I'm just going to show you guys how I beat my face. So let's get right on into it. What you want to do is you want to prime. The primer that I use is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. A lot of people are going to tell you if you don't prime, you're doing it wrong. But let me just tell you, no, you're not. Priming, I feel like, is a step you can skip over if you want to. I feel like, it's not necessary if you skip it. Nobody's really going to tell you skip primer. The next step I like to do is concealer. All right, so for my face, what I'm using for my face is just the Makeup Forever palette. It's a really nice palette if you just getting started, figure out what skin tone is yours and what shade is yours. These palettes have everything in them. It's a really nice palette. I'm starting off with this little shade right here for my concealer. We're just gonna place that right here to go 1 or 2 shades lighter than your skin tone when it comes to concealer. If you want more, it just depends on the beat you want. For me, I'm going 1 shade lighter than my skin tone for my concealer today. I'm just showing you guys how I get my base for the people who do not watch my TikTok. Anyways, if you haven't seen, if you don't know, I have a TikTok. Go ahead and go follow my social medias, which is right here. So yeah, go ahead and go follow those. So yeah, this is how I do my face. Other people do their face differently. This is how I do mine. I start with concealer. I just do a little area for concealer right here. Now contour, I like to say your contour should be 1 to 2 shades darker than you. I feel like 1 is mainly the go-to place. So 1 shade darker than you for your contour. For contour brush and my foundation brush, I'm just using these Real Technique brushes right here. These are the 200 brushes. I don't know, I feel like a thicker brush for contour is just easier in my opinion. I will tell you this, most people who have contour uses a stick contour and they will just go ahead and just go straight on their face. Don't do that. Now, I'm not showing you with a stick today. I'm showing you guys with a brush, but don't go straight onto your face. What you want to do if you have a stick or any other product where you can't pick it up directly on the brush, what you want to do is you want to put it on your hand and just pat the brush and warm it up with your hand and then put that on your face. It's going to be a muddier mess if you go straight on with your with the stick. It's just going to turn out muddy. You want it more of a clean and seamless. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we just gonna go ahead and just pack that onto our face in this little area. A lot of people will tell you keep it up in the higher points closer towards your ear. They will tell you start right here and go down. That's how you can tell where you should be contouring at. Go from the top of your ear down, some more of like downwards like this. That's where you should be contouring at. I feel like a lot of people have a time frame on when they let their concealer dry down, because a lot of people will tell you let your concealer wait 3 to 5 minutes to let it dry down completely. I'm difficult. I'm not like that. I just sit up here and just blend my concealer out the second I get done with contour. Depending on your face shape is depending on how far you're going to take it down. A lot of people, when it comes to their contour, they do that trick right there. So they suck in their lips. So they suck in their lips and then just contour right here. Like that. That's a really good tip if you don't know how to do contour. So yeah, that's what I say do first if you're really just trying to learn your face. But depending on what face shape you want for the day is all going to depend on how your contour is going to look. So yeah, you're going to look busted before you look good. That's one of the things that I realized when it comes to makeup. It's a trust the process type of moment. You're going to look busted before you look good. Now, I feel like a lot of people either spray their face a little bit with setting spray when they blend out the concealer. You either spray your face or spray the brush. I do both sometimes. Today I did both. But you're gonna start on the outside of your concealer, then blend inwards so that you have less product on the inside, okay? And go in patting motions. Pat, not swipe. There's a difference. Pat. You want it to be pat into your skin so it's more skin-like. Now for me, I like to bring mine up to my eye right here and just push it out as far as I can, really. For me, I like to blend everything before I hit that inner corner, okay? I say take a fluffy brush. A fluffy brush like this is what I like to say is what I use. I just feel like they work better when it comes to blending out concealer. You can either use a fluffy brush or you can use a dense brush. Them two are the best brush. Don't use a small brush, trust me. You do not want to do that. Do not use no small brush to blend out your concealer. The first video, I felt like, you know, I did really nice with. I just really wanted to film my makeup for the first video or whatever, right? But I'm like, who want to sit through a makeup video of someone introducing themselves? So let me just like get this up out the way, you know? I feel like I did good with that first video. We just got to stay consistent and really tell myself, hey, you need to start making content. You need to start pushing your content out. Because like I said, I don't do anything. I'm indoors all day. Why not push out no content? Yeah, go grab this palette. Makeup Forever, go grab these palettes. Yes, they're more on the pricier side, but if you want something where you have all your makeup, it's worth your money. This palette right here is worth your money. If you want a simple palette that have every shade that you know you need, go press purchase. I will say, take into consideration if you are going to purchase this palette, is that they do not have the darker shades for people. All right, now with that, we are still looking a little busted. Let's continue on to the next step. We need to snatch this nose. Feels like I gotta go to the bathroom, y'all. It feels like I gotta go to the bathroom. Anyways, for contour, when I come to my contour on my nose, I say use a brush like this when you're just starting out. So I just take my contour in that palette, take some on the back of my hand to make sure there's not a lot of excess on there. And we just gonna go ahead and just draw on there in a straight line. Literally as simple as it can be. And already now, just looking at that, you can tell, hey, the nose contour is getting built. She's looking good. She's looking marvelous. She's looking marvelous, you know? All right, marvelous people, this is how I contour my nose. Like I said, already you can tell, you can see the contour a little bit there. We just gotta blend that out so that we don't have no harsh lines. I mean, if you like harsh lines, that's for you. But them harsh lines is not for me, baby. Why is all the brushes I need not here? Like, that's my question. Why is all the brushes I need not visible? Like, why are y'all disappearing on me? I take just a little fluffy brush, like so, and we just gonna go ahead and diffuse them edges. Y'all, I'm sorry I'm not looking directly into the camera. I'm trying to look at myself while I'm doing this and also make sure it's good. So yeah, I feel like the key with makeup is blending. I feel like that's y'all issues, that's y'all problems when it comes to makeup, is y'all not blending y'all makeups long enough and right. So y'all just come up with it. Y'all either get a muddy mess, or if it's not a muddy mess, y'all get sharp lines. So just make sure you're blending your makeup out properly and out for the right amount of time. I don't know. Like I said, if you like harsh lines, that's on you. Harsh lines is not for me. I start on my foundation. So going back into that palette with the Real Technique brush 200, and we just gonna fill in them areas. So just fill in anywhere you did not have concealer or your contour placed at. Bit more in them areas so that it's not caked on, because that's not what you want. Nobody want no cakey makeup. One layer is all you need. This is what I like to do. I like to go over top my contour, that line where my contour and concealer meets, so that you can tell, hey, I still got contour on, but the line not so harsh. So right here, you can tell my face look good, but the contour is not harsh. But over here, my face look good, but the contour is harsh. That's why I say go over your contour with your foundation brush, just to soften out that blend so that you have more of a better blend from your concealer to contour to foundation. You get what I'm saying? I also will say this, a little tip when it comes to your nose contour, take it into your eyebrow, the front of your eyebrow like this, so that it's more blended into it. You want more of a seamless blend. I like to say this step is optional. If you want to do this, you can do this. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take this little orange shade right here as blush. I want to put all the creams on before I set my face, so I'm gonna just go ahead and take this orange blush shade right here, and we're just gonna add some orange blush to warm up the face right here in this area. Now, when it comes to blush, everybody's different. Some people like to keep it in the apples of their cheeks. I don't know. For me, I like to have my blush touching my concealer, like actually be over my nose, to actually be over my concealer. So I just normally just set it in this little area where I set my concealer at. I don't know. For me, it fits my face. I think it looks cute. Some people will sit up here and say blush is not an option. Blush is an option. I became a blush girly. After a while of just using blush, you see how big of an option it is. Like blush is an option. Like it is an option. Like Blush is nice. I became more of a blush girly afterwards, and I really like that for myself. What I'm going to do now is set my face. We're using the Ben Nye setting powder in Pretty in Pink. I'm gonna take a little powder puff. This one's dirty, of course. We're gonna tap the excess off like so. And we're just gonna go ahead and get our filter finish. Now for me, I'm just putting it on where I set my concealer at. Now to wipe that setting powder off, use your foundation brush. Lightly. You can either wipe, swipe, dab, tap. So I'm gonna just, Lord. All right, now if you're like me, you're going to look ashy. To get rid of that ashiness, you're just gonna take some setting spray and just set your face. I like to drench my face. That's what we go for. We go for the drenchness over here. I'm gonna set the face to lock that in place. Oh, y'all see my little rhymes? Y'all, so my sister, she sat up there and told me I should get a fan and get my name on it. I think I just might. Like, just get a fan and have it say Marvelous. Except for lips today, we're just gonna keep it natural. I'm gonna just use this clear lip gloss from Queen's Beauty and Body to moisturize these dry lips or whatever. They were dry and now they're hydrated. I love that for myself. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes. Oh my gosh, this tear in my eye. And then we're just gonna add some mascara. Y'all, I cannot stand the fact that I got lazy eye because these lashes look longer than these lashes. And I don't know why this lash is so easier to curl for me than it is on this hot eye. And I don't like that. I wasn't a blush girly at first. But until I got this little palette and discovered that I could pull off blush, that's when I became that's when I became a blush girly. Go ahead. And already, we're looking more alive. We're looking more wanting to be talked to. Like, look at how happy I look. I just feel like I look more happy. No, I don't. No, I don't. And now we're going to set her in place. You know the routine. Set in place to lock the face. Alrighty, marvelous people. This is how I get my face to be beat in a natural way, I suppose. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big like and also subscribe down below. Come back to the next video so you can see how I do the eyes. I feel like that's what people really be waiting for, is the marvelous eye looks. So let's come back to the next video so we can see how I do that. Bye, marvelous people.